The courtroom cameras captured the exact second Debra Jenkins realized her entire life was about to fall apart. For 15 years, Debra had mastered one thing better than almost anyone: playing the victim. At 52 years old and over 300 pounds, she had built an entire lifestyle around disability claims, discrimination lawsuits, and emotional manipulation. And according to Debra, everyone else was always the problem. Businesses discriminated against her. Neighbors harassed her. Stores failed to accommodate her. Society was cruel, society was unfair. But what nobody realized was that behind Debra's endless victim stories was one of the most calculated fraud schemes Judge Judy had ever uncovered. And by the time this courtroom hearing ended, Debra wouldn't just lose her lawsuit. She would lose everything. Before we get into this unbelievable courtroom takedown, subscribe for more emotional courtroom stories, viral Judge Judy cases, and real-life moments where karma finally catches up to manipulators and scammers. Now let's begin. Debra Jenkins walked into Judge Judy's courtroom carrying herself with complete confidence. Because confidence came naturally to people who had spent years manipulating others successfully. Her oversized clothes were carefully chosen. Her handicap placard hung visibly from her purse. Every movement looked rehearsed. Every expression looked practiced. Debra knew exactly how to present herself as a victim. And for years, it worked. According to official records, Debra had been receiving disability payments for over 15 years. She claimed severe fibromyalgia, debilitating knee problems, chronic back pain, conditions so serious she claimed she could barely walk more than a few feet without extreme suffering. She also filed lawsuit after lawsuit against small businesses, restaurants, stores, apartment managers, parking disputes, gym owners, anyone she believed could be pressured into paying her. Most people settled, not because she was right, but because fighting her was expensive. Debra understood something dangerous. Fear could be profitable if she accused someone loudly enough. Many people simply gave in. Over the years, she collected thousands of dollars in settlements while presenting herself as a helpless victim fighting discrimination. But eventually, she targeted the wrong person. 68-year-old Gerald Thompson owned a small local gym. Not a giant corporate chain, not a wealthy franchise. Just a simple neighborhood fitness center he had spent 30 years building from nothing. Gerald survived economic crashes, competition, even the devastating COVID shutdowns. His gym wasn't luxurious, but it was honest, a place regular people trusted. 3 months earlier, Debra joined his gym claiming she wanted gentle exercise to help with her conditions. Gerald treated her kindly. He gave her a discounted membership, shows her accessible equipment, made sure she signed the medical waiver acknowledging her pre-existing health issues. At first, everything seemed fine. Then suddenly, Debra claimed the gym equipment injured her. According to her lawsuit, Gerald's gym failed to properly accommodate her disabilities. She demanded $20,000 medical bills, pain and suffering, emotional trauma, and when Gerald refused to immediately pay her, the threats started: negative reviews, lawyers, public accusations, the same pattern she had used for years. Except this time, Gerald had security cameras, and those cameras captured everything. The hearing began normally enough. Judge Judy asked Debra a simple question: what exactly happened? But instead of calmly explaining the incident, Debra launched into a dramatic performance. She described herself as someone trapped in constant pain, someone who struggled to walk even short distances, someone whose disabilities made normal movement almost impossible. Then she accused Gerald of failing to properly accommodate larger disabled bodies. Her voice became increasingly condescending. At one point, she even suggested Judge Judy simply didn't understand the struggles of people like her. The audience shifted uncomfortably, but Debra kept going. According to her story, the gym equipment caused severe injuries because it wasn't designed for someone with her limitations. Judge Judy listened carefully, then asked one simple question: if walking is this difficult for you, how did you attend the gym 3 times a week for 3 months? That's when Debra made the mistake that destroyed her entire case. She snapped. And in front of the entire courtroom, she called Judge Judy rude. The audience froze. Gerald immediately lowered his head, knowing exactly what was about to happen, because nobody talks to Judge Judy like that and wins. Judge Judy leaned back slowly. Her expression completely changed. Then she said the sentence that turned the entire case upside down. "Ms. Jenkins, let's talk about your gym security footage." Debra's face instantly lost color. The courtroom monitors turned on, and suddenly everything changed. The footage showed Debra walking through the gym with absolutely no visible mobility problems. No limping, no signs of pain, no physical struggle. Then came the next clip. Debra jogging on a treadmill, 30 full minutes. Then another clip, Debra carrying 25-pound dumbbells across the gym floor. The audience gasped loudly. But Judge Judy wasn't finished, because the final clip completely destroyed Debra's story. The footage from the injury day showed Debra completing an entire workout normally, no accident, no injury, no equipment malfunction, nothing. Then the cameras showed her sitting quietly for several minutes afterward, looking around, thinking. And then, suddenly pretending to be hurt, the courtroom exploded. Debra panicked instantly, but Judge Judy calmly delivered the knockout blow, because after reviewing the footage, she investigated Debra's social media accounts too. And what she found was devastating: photos of Debra hiking 5-mile trails, videos dancing at weddings, posts celebrating a 5K run, trampoline parks, outdoor adventures. Everything completely contradicted the severe disabilities she claimed prevented her from working for over 15 years. Debra started crying, real panic, real fear, because for the first time in years, her manipulation wasn't working. Judge Judy held up the official disability documents. According to Debra's claims, she couldn't stand longer than 5 minutes, couldn't lift more than 5 pounds, couldn't walk meaningful distances. Yet her own social media proved the exact opposite. "You're not disabled, Ms. Jenkins," Judge Judy said coldly. "You're a fraud." The courtroom erupted into applause. Debra completely broke down, but Judge Judy showed absolutely no mercy, because Gerald Thompson had nearly lost his business fighting lies. And Judge Judy knew exactly what Debra had been doing for years, targeting people too exhausted or too afraid to fight back. Then came the final verdict. Judge Judy dismissed Debra's lawsuit completely, then ordered her to pay Gerald $20,000 for legal fees, emotional distress, and attempted fraud. But that wasn't the worst part. Judge Judy also announced she was forwarding all evidence directly to state disability fraud investigators. The audience gasped again, because everyone understood what that meant: criminal charges, repayment demands, federal investigations, and possibly prison. Within days, clips from the hearing exploded online. Millions watched Debra's courtroom collapse. More former victims came forward publicly, and eventually, authorities launched a formal fraud investigation into her disability claims and previous lawsuits. Meanwhile, Gerald Thompson's gym received overwhelming community support after the episode aired. Memberships increased, donations poured in, and the small business owner Debra tried to destroy finally got justice, because sometimes karma doesn't arrive quietly. Sometimes it walks into a courtroom wearing a black robe and calls itself Judge Judy.